So recently, I have been thinking about what's kept me from recording my own sound effects for the longest time. And I think it's always been the gear question because I always thought I needed really good gear to, have usable source recordings for my sound effects. And that's why I spend a lot of time doing research on what kind of equipment is the best and what kind of equipment I should buy instead of just going out and recording stuff. Because if you have a smartphone, you already have a recorder with you. And of course, it's not the best and most optimal sound quality that you're gonna get. But it's still gonna get you going, and you're gonna have your own source recordings, and you can just start recording and creating your own sound effects from scratch without spending any additional money, probably. So I just went around my apartment and recorded some random stuff really quickly, and then made a few sound effects out of it. So I just recorded myself hitting the washer, the washing machine. I dragged a small table that we have, um, oven hits, the classic door, and I just made a few, decent and usable sound effects out of it. So I made a hit sound. I made a long riser. I'm just gonna play the end here. I made a ticking sort of TikTok loop. I made a snarl, kind of, imagine a snarl that coming from a big cat. A boom sound, a distorted sound, and finally a ping sound. So I'm gonna provide a link in the description with these few source recordings and the sound effects that I made out of them, just for inspiration or as a reference maybe. And I'm gonna be releasing videos explaining how I made these sound effects out of these samples. If you want, you could just recreate them after watching my videos. But you can already start going out and create your own recordings and just start sound designing without having to think about whether your gear is good enough or not.